Today is December 3rd, 2016. And the first half of this will be a cut and paste discussion from someone concerning academia, and the second half is my own words. I don't regret leaving academia. I was at 2 PhD programs, first in math at a big state private university, and in statistics at a big Ivy League university, and left both with a master's. The degrees have opened the doors for high-paying jobs to me, and I ultimately find the world outside of academia much more mentally stimulating and much more conducive to self-actualization. I in particular have found that I connect much better with the people around me now that I'm no longer in an academic environment. I especially had trouble connecting with graduate students. I think that I entered academia with this myth that I had picked up from the academic culture around me, that the smartest people went into academia. I have since come to see intelligence as much more multifaceted. I also found that my desire for holistic thinking, relevance of my work to the real world, focus on accessibility of my work, and drawing of connections between disparate fields did not fit well into the culture of academia. I think it opened the door for me to become much happier when I left academia. On some level, I wish that academia could have been different from how it was, but my experience with it was very negative. Cynical cultures in the graduate student bodies at both schools I was at, a high level of focus in both students and professors that I found really destructive, and a lack of encouragement for me being the sort of person I wanted to be, and studying or researching the sort of things I wanted to study. I haven't regretted it at all. I think I might have made the right decision to get out, and I'm not really looking back. My life is full of amazing opportunities, and my intellectual life and mind have really blossomed once I left academia. It was like it was holding me down, and now I'm finally free. And that is in essence, I think, parallel dimension me. And here's my talk on the bottom. I've said this once in one of my first videos. The fact that I have not received a bachelor's in astronomy and astrophysics has been one of the greatest blessings in disguise. If I would have been conditioned into those fields to take what is being taught as factual with uncritical eyes just to attain the A's required of me, I would have been blinded by the false knowledge. Keep that in mind if you are to learn something. The information you are being told might be completely false. In the case of astronomy, I would say about 95% of it is bogus. So essentially, going into the field of astronomy and astrophysics with a conditioned mind would suit an academic community well. Conditioned minds only really support the statuses of the higher-ups, regardless if it means you have to sacrifice yourself by narrowing your own mind into oblivion. Maybe it is better to realize that human intelligence and nature itself are multifaceted. Not all brilliant minds work with really powerful telescopes, or have awards handed to them to the tune of $50,000 to $2 million. Awards should not mean that you know what you're talking about. Yet, that has become status quo. Not for not well thought out reasons, including career advancement. Sacrificing our potential for understanding and discovery with the fear of being looked down upon should not be allowed, but it is. It's status quo. The idea of connecting seemingly unconnected ideas is where synthesis takes place, realizing that chemistry is not disconnected from biology, that thermodynamics is not disconnected from geology, or engineering is not disconnected from astrophysics, is essential for technological and scientific progress. Anybody who tells you these fields of study are disconnected are only lying to you or being disingenuous. That is why I'm glad I dodged that artillery round and decided to get to the root of the problem of human understanding, and that is effectively communicating. It is the root issue of all academia, whether they realize it or choose to ignore it based on their own policies and agendas. That, in a nutshell, means that if I would have got a degree in astrophysics or chemistry or biology or whatnot, I would have been blinded. I would have been pushed into a box, being told what I could and could not study based off of whatever policies or agendas or political bullshit that was happening around me. And basically, like this guy says, he felt free when he left academia. And now that we have the internet, you can publish your ideas for free, and you can get the word out there about whatever discoveries, might be out there, what new ideas might be out there. But if you talk about these things around people, if you tell them what's actually going on, and you're inside of academia, you threaten your own career. You're essentially shooting yourself in the foot if you consider an idea that's completely wrong by the haughty, egotistical, arrogant, narrow-minded fools of the ivory towers. If you really want to make a difference in the world, get your degree and then realize a lot of it might be bullshit and work outside of academia, because there's going to be a negative feedback loop. It's going to be a big steaming crock of shit that you're going to surround yourself, and you're going to force yourself to be stuck. You're not going to have any progress at all. You're going to be stuck. And that's not the future for any scientist these days. And I know there's problems with getting grant money and stuff like that, but sure enough, there have to be better ways of doing things, and this academia stuff is unfortunately not the way to go. Hopefully people can take this for what it's worth. I guess I should go ahead and somehow get this online as soon as possible. Alright, y'all, take it easy.